Hey guys, I just wanted to do a first time, I guess, handgun buying experience as well as how it's been to live with this CZ Shadow 2. There's plenty of videos out there regarding this pistol. It's not going to be a review, but just more so my experience with the handgun. It was my first handgun that I bought. I bought it, I think, last year in March, around there. Um, it was a pretty simple experience for anyone out there who is going to buy their first handgun. They just have you fill out a couple of forms, and you typically spend maybe 10 to 15, at most 20 minutes filling out the forms, getting the paperwork done, and then you can pretty much take your pistol home, I'm sure, or handgun home. I'm pretty sure it depends as well, maybe what state you're doing it in, but in regards to where I filled my forms out, it was a pretty simple, quick process. I was a little nervous at first because it was my first handgun that I bought. I was also very much from coming from the side of just being scared or nervous around handguns and pistols. So going to purchase my first one was pretty scary. Now, what led to me getting the Shadow 2 was actually when I first shot at my uncle's house. He had a Tactical Sport 1 orange, and I really liked how it felt. So I kind of had my eye on the Shadow 2 because the Tactical Sport, obviously, I guess not obviously, but it is a little more expensive than the Shadow 2. So I wanted to get something a little bit cheaper. And the local gun store at near me, surprisingly, or not so surprisingly, around the time Shadow 2s were hard to come by for some reason. So the regular blue Shadow 2 was nowhere to be found. So I was just refreshing the page, hoping something would come through. And I don't know how, but I got lucky. You know, this was in their store. It's called the CZ Shadow 2 Gold Digger Edition. I think it was like a collaboration with some company, and only 1,300 of them were made. But honestly, there's nothing too crazy about it. The only main difference was that it came with the brass gold grips, the gold trigger, and then on the frame it says special edition. That's pretty much the only difference. But for me, I was like, man, that gun looks sexy. I want to get it. So I ended up putting on my card and picking it up the following day. So that's how I ended up getting the Shadow 2. Um, but yeah, that was my experience getting it. Regarding the Shadow 2 itself, I like it a lot. Very happy. I'm surprised that I ended up getting it, especially like knowing what I know now. Typically, you want to try out the pistol in terms of like holding it and seeing how it feels in your hand. I did not do that. With the Shadow 2, I kind of just referenced the Tactical Sport and I knew I liked how that felt, so I kind of assumed that Shadow 2 would be the same. Luckily, that was true. But for anyone out there, I definitely recommend going and feeling the pistol first and seeing how it fits with your grip and stuff, just to make sure that there is no hiccups or anything like that in regards to how you hold the gun. Just making sure it feels good, because if you end up buying a gun and you don't like how it feels later on, then that kind of suck. But yeah, it feels really good. It's double action, single action. I can show you guys as well. It is empty, no rounds in the chamber. It is double action, single action for those who don't know. The first right now this is single action. It's a 3.5 pound trigger pull for the single action. That's the reset. And then the double action is I think an 8.5 pound trigger pull. So you can see it takes a lot more effort to pull the trigger there. I have not practiced a lot shooting the double action, but I plan on practicing more. I have been dry firing a lot because I do want to do USPSA with this pistol. I do have an optic on it, so I am planning to do limited optics because I can't do carry optics because I did put a magwell on it. It's the Springer Precision magwell. This one is IDPA compliant, but like I said earlier, this is the Gold Digger edition, so they added brass grips, and this gun is well over 42 ounces, so I definitely can't use this for IDPA. I did learn as well just the differences between IDPA and USPSA. USPSA just seems a lot more enjoyable, I guess, for what I'm looking for. So I do want to try this out in USPSA. I was supposed to try I was supposed to try and compete this February, but unfortunately all the slots got filled, so I need to be quicker next time. But yeah, I do want to try this out in USPSA. I do have the Gideon Omega optics on it, so I think a 3 MOA dot. I did put a DPM recoil system in here. I don't know how true it is, but apparently it's supposed to reduce the wear on your slide or your frame when it goes back per shot. Every shot, there's a second spring in there that kind of reduces that force when it slams back. So, you know, I mean, I like it. I also like how there's a bunch of options you can do with different springs. So that's another plus. And then I did put an extended gold magazine release to match the gold grips. And then I did switch it as well. If you haven't noticed already, I'm a lefty, so I do have it on the right side for my mag release. Shooting impressions, it shoots really well. I love it. It just feels so good. You know, for however much I got it, I couldn't be happier for a first purchase. You know, a lot of people were like, man, that's crazy that you got a gold Shadow 2 for your first gun. And I agree. It's kind of crazy that I did get this for my first gun, but I like it a lot. I can't complain. It's probably, you know, my most used pistol that I have out of my pistols that I have right now. I like it so much that I ended up getting the Shadow 2 compact for my carry. But regarding the Shadow 2, I'll definitely include videos of me shooting the pistol. But I really love how it shoots. Shoots pretty flat. The weight definitely helps, you know, manage the recoil. I don't have the best technique. I'm still practicing, you know, dry firing and how to hold the pistol correctly. But there is some slight muzzle rise when I shoot the pistol, but I think that's just me. I've seen plenty of videos of other people shoot the Shadow 2 and it looks extremely flat. Same with my dad. My dad has shot it and it just looks like it doesn't move when he shoots. So that's just a me thing. I need to practice technique, just holding it, you know, holding it with a better grip. But besides that, great gun. I can't complain. I've gotten extra mags. I bought I think, what is this, a Metgar mag, and then I put the Swinger Precision base plate on it, so fits well. It's just a, you know, regular 17 round mag. The pistol itself came with an extra, or sorry, two 17 round mags, but it comes with a matching gold base plate, which is a +2. So you do, I think it's a 19 +1, you know, so there you go. That comes with it. I just wanted extra mags, and I got a different mag base plate just cause, you know, can't really say why, I just wanted to, I guess. And also, you know, 2 mags isn't enough for USPSA, so I got 3 extra mags. But regarding the pistol itself, I mean, can't complain. You know, I'm very happy with it. Like I said, I'll include shooting videos of me shooting the gun, but I like it a lot. You know, for anyone out there who's looking to get a Shadow 2, I'd recommend it. Can't recommend it enough. I don't know if I want to do any other customizations to it. I kind of really like how it is right now. If anything, I guess maybe because it's the special edition, you know, it says right there. I'm hesitating any sort of modification on it that would be permanent, like porting or anything like that. I have considered buying just a regular blue Shadow 2, because right now you can find them pretty cheap, because you can find them maybe like, what, $1,000. So if anything, I would buy just a blue and then just kit it all out, Cajun Gunworks and everything. But aside from that, you know, that's kind of my experience with the Shadow 2. I can't complain. It is a great shooting gun, and I'd recommend it to anyone who's looking to pick one up.